Hey face-to-face fans, face-to-face Hoss here again as usual. It's too damn hot outside, so instead of the normal greenery background, you're stuck looking at a fireplace, so get over it. This is going to be the result video for July 12th, that show that happened at Face-to-Face Arena. The show was actually a great show. It's one of those ones where as a fan you didn't know which way it was going to go because we didn't know the matches ahead of time. We just kind of knew a couple of the people that might be there, and we hoped for the best. Well, that show came out to be great. The fans were very upbeat. The fans seemed to love the show. When the show started, we started, of course, with the national anthem, as we always do. And then all of a sudden, we heard this loud noise coming from the back. Well, luckily for me, I was standing up in the front next to Teddy Long, trying to set up some interviews for later on and things with him. Right after the anthem, you know, we had time to talk. Well, I was there and I was able to video what transpired. So here is that video.
So what we're going to do, instead of doing it right now, we're going to make this our main event, and it's going to be a tag team match right now. Team Brian and Friday.
As you saw from that video, it's kind of a continuation from the show on June 28th, where Shoot Taylor had interfered in Friday's match. This causing them to run to the back. From what I heard through the rumor mill, they had to be separated in the back because those two are not going to let one another get the best of each other. It's just not going to happen. So chances are they got in close proximity again before the show. Next thing you know, the fight breaks out and ends up in the arena with the fans. Now, one thing that made sense, at least to me standing by watching, was Prince Apollo helping Shoot Taylor eventually. That makes sense because those two are kind of together. I've heard Shoot Taylor refer to that as the faction sometimes. I mean, it's not an official name by no means, but I have heard it. What makes zero sense whatsoever is Brian James sticking his nose in business that doesn't belong to him just to get his butt kicked as usual. The only reason I can close to fathom Brian James popping out and helping Fry is because Fry kind of saved his tail about a month ago when Randy was beating the snot out of him for fun. So I get that, but he should know that that's above his pay grade. He should keep his nose out of their business. So Brian James, this is a plea. Quit doing what you think the face-to-face fans want you to do. Quit getting your ass handed to you for doing these things and just mind your own business. After Teddy Long made the tag team match for the main event, we hear Slim J's music hit. Well, a little background, because this has kind of been a long, drawn-out thing. A few months back, Axl Ross and Slim J had a match against each other. It was a great match. The two seemed to be respectful of each other, but still very hard fought. The match ended up in a time limit draw. No winner. Well, then about a month ago, or a little less, they were supposed to have the rematch. Well, Axl Ross, as we remember, was in a car wreck and was not medically cleared to wrestle in that match. Slim J did not appreciate that and attacked and injured Axl to be saved by suicide and then they ended up having a match. Well, then the next show, June 28th, they were supposed to have the rematch again. Slim J didn't bother showing up. No telling what that juvenile delinquent was doing instead of coming to the show. I mean, he does look like Slim Shady and all. He was probably doing something stupid. Well, then it comes to June 12th. Again, we hear Slim J's music hit. He gets to the ring. The announcer calls his name. And then out of nowhere, without his music hitting, Axel, a very pissed off Axel, jumps in the ring and starts beating down Slim J. Eventually, the referee gets things sorted out and the match gets started. The match is a pretty good match. All the high-flying stuff we're used to seeing from Slim J. A lot of the same kind of thing from Axel too, but in addition to the high-flying stuff that we occasionally see from Axel, we also saw a lot of hard hitting. You can tell this is personal for Axel. The match goes underway. Axel starts getting kind of the better end of the stick during the match, and all of a sudden a frustrated Slim J cheats and gets disqualified. So your winner by pinfall, Axel Ross. Now what transpired after the match was actually almost as interesting as what happened in the match to a point. So this is the video of what happened after the match. Now you saw as that video, a bounty hunter came and arrested Slim J. Slim J can blame Teddy Long all he wants, but I hate to tell you, Teddy Long is not going to waste his money, time, and effort into getting Slim J arrested when we've hardly seen Slim J in the last couple months. Most than likely, Slim J did something stupid. He's paying the price. So we'll see if he gets released, maybe out on bail. I'm sure he has a bail bondman he deals with, because I'm sure this isn't the first time he got arrested. So we'll see what the future holds for Slim J and Axel. Next, we had the females match of the evening, which was Casey Fox. She entered the ring, grabbed the microphone, and wanted to talk with the fans. She explained to the fans that she had had two, or actually three, I think, previous matches with face-to-face, and that she did not have good luck in those matches. But she felt very confident that her luck would change tonight, and that she was ready for her rematch with Ciamara from the last show when she got beaten by Ciamara. So then we hear Ciamara's music hits. Ciamara has a complete wardrobe change. She looks different than she used to, including wearing with her mask a handkerchief covering her mouth, which kind of makes her look like an 1800s train robber, but either way. Ciamara was not impressed by Casey's little speech. She kind of mocked Casey, hand gestures, things like that. The match gets underway. Ciamara, for the most part, kind of had the match under control. Casey did get in a few good shots. Well, when Ciamara thought she had the match under control, guess what? Something happened. And once again, I happened to be out by ringside, so I got it on video. As you see from that clip, Cosmo had a big hand in your winner. So the winner by pinfall, Casey Fox. Most of the fans believe Ciamara got what she deserved for interfering in Cosmo's match with Shoot Taylor at the last show on June 28th when she decided, well, she didn't really interfere with the match, so I'll take that back. She actually decided to hit Cosmo with Shoot's medals at the end of the match, giving Shoot his medals back. So once again, the fans still believe she got what she deserved. And Casey got the win for it. So the fans were happy about that. Well, the last match before intermission was Cosmo, he came back out, versus a man called the Renegade Enforcer. The Renegade Enforcer we had seen, I believe, once before, had a hard-fought match with Dominant Stuckey. Well, this man is a very large, massive human being. Cosmo isn't the biggest guy, but he is pretty fast, does a lot of high flying. In this match, Cosmo threw everything but the kitchen sink at this man. Occasionally, you would see him springboard off the ropes halfway across the ring, hitting this man with an elbow. He'd come off the top rope only to be caught and slammed. It was just crazy. Well, here's some clips of Cosmo versus the Renegade Enforcer, so you can see what I'm talking about. As you saw in that video, hard-fought match by both Cosmo and a very strong outing by the Renegade Enforcer. However, what you'll see in this video is the ending of the match, which Cosmo used kind of a hybrid sunset bomb destroyer maneuver to get the quick 1, 2, 3. Had this man been able to kick out a fraction of a second sooner, that match would have continued. But because he didn't, the winner of that match, once again by pinfall, Cosmo Martinez. And after intermission, we hear the music of the greatest of your generation. So as I said before, generation, the face-to-face heavyweight champion, Randy Reno. He comes to the ring. No one knows of a scheduled opponent for him. He grabs the microphone. He decides to tell the fans that he's beaten everybody face-to-face has to offer since he's been champion, and he's done so fair and square, as he says, in the center of the ring. Well, he decided to have an open challenge and started going through the crowd to see if anybody in the crowd might be a suitable opponent for him. And as he gets through the crowd, he finds a young gentleman and just throws him in the ring. What I don't think Randy realizes is that gentleman's actually a trainee from the face-to-face training school. They come in and do things like help clean up, put things away, sell you your tickets when you come in the door. Well, when Randy comes in and trains, since he's been champion, he's not the most social gentleman, so he probably didn't even realize this gentleman was a trainee. So that's who he picked for the match. We also learned that this trainee's name was Kevin. That's the only name I have for him, so that's what we're going to go with. Well, the match, of course, as you expected, Randy just kind of beat the holy hell out of this poor guy. The guy's not had a official pro match in his career, so this would technically be his first. The guy, I think, got 2 good shots in on Randy, a chop and something else, but that's about it. And as you'll see from the next video, Randy made the poor guy submit from his normal submission move, the Texas Cloverleaf. So your winner by submission actually was Randy Reno. Well, then it comes time for our main event of the evening. Prince Apollo and Shoot Taylor versus Fried Eddie and, of course, Brian James. This match, of course, made by Teddy Long due to the fight that happened at the beginning of the show. I'm sure Fried Eddie got to pick his opponent, I mean not his opponent, but rather his partner. He would have picked somebody a little more suitable. You know, somebody that wins some matches on occasion. But as it was, he had Brian James as his helper. Fried Eddie did what he could against the two masses of Prince Apollo and Shoot Taylor. You know, those two kind of run roughshod over face-to-face for the most part. Fried Eddie did what he could, but then Brian would get tagged in, Brian get a couple of shots in, next thing you know, Brian was on his back. Here's some clips when Brian ended up on his back. At one point, he even gets beaten up the ramp, back down the ramp, and at one point Brian thinks he's slick, ends up getting kicked in the face for his trouble. Well, also, here's a video of how the match ended. And if you notice, throughout that video of the ending, Brian James ended in the ring. He got beaten up and tossed out, leaving Fried Eddie on his own. So then Fried Eddie, of course, 2-on-1, that's hard odds to win. So then, of course, the main event for the evening, your winners by pinfall, Prince Apollo and Shoot Taylor. So hopefully, I'll see you guys next time on July 26th at Face to Face Arena for the next show. Plus next week I should have a preview video. Hopefully Face to Face will release some of the matches and things like that, so maybe I'll have a little bit more to talk about than I did last time. Till then, enjoy.